Top 10 Habits of Millionaires by Kathy Cameron Smith. Hey guys, my name is Utsav Khopde and you are listening Modern Kalyug. In this podcast, I will teach you what's the 10 habits of millionaires. This video will in 10 parts. Sorry, I mean this book's in 10 parts by chapter wise. So in this chapter, I will teach you millionaires thinking long term. Okay, so society can be broken down into five groups of people: the very poor, middle class, rich, and very rich. Each group of people thinks differently about money. Very poor people thinks day to day, poor people thinks week to week, middle class people think month to month, rich people think year to year, and very rich people thinks dedicate to dedicate. There are three primary goals that can be found in the mindset of these five social groups. The primary goals for very poor and poor people is survival. The primary goal for middle class people is comfort, and the primary goal for the rich and very rich is freedom. The reason that very poor and poor people seek to survive and the middle class seeks to be comfortable is because they have a sarcastic mentality. They believe there is not enough money for everyone to have more than enough. The rich and very rich know the truth. There is enough money for everyone to have more than enough. You believe about money has everything to do with how much money you will make. If you have a sarcastic mentality, then you will seek to survive or just have enough to be comfortable. If you have an abundance mentality, you will seek freedom. The old saying, seek and you will find, is true when it comes to your finance. You really do get what you look for in life. If you seek to survive, you will. If you seek to be comfortable, you will be. If you seek freedom, you will find it. There is power in long term thinking. It can and will make you rich if you make it a habit. Let's look further at each of these group of people. Thinking day to day as very poor people do is where you will find day laborers and street beggars. They typically earn less than $10,000 a year. Thinking week to week as poor people do is living paycheck to paycheck and barely making ends meet. Poor people typically earn $10,000 to $25,000 a year. Thinking month to month as middle class people do is being concerned with monthly bills such as mortgages, payments, car payments, credit card payment, and other revolving accounts. The middle class typically earn $25,000 to $100,000 a year. Thinking year to year, as rich people do, is where people start learning about financial responsibility, financial literacy, and investing. Rich people typically make $100,000 to $5,000. Sorry, I mean $500,000 a year. And thinking dedicate as the very rich do is where you find business plan that reach far into the future. It is where people learn how to legal avoid tax so they can keep their money working for them. It is where people learn how to pass their assets on to future generation without the government taking part of what they spend their lives building. Very rich people typically make well over $500,000 a year. Most very rich people consistently make a minimum of 1 million a year. So this is what five group of people think. Now move forward to another topic. Stretch your thinking further into the future. The longer you can stretch your thinking into the future, the richer you will become. Most multimillionaires I know personally have business plans that reach at least 10 years into the future. When I was first started thinking year to year, my income really started to increase. I asked myself questions like how can I double my income this year? How can I legally pay less in taxes this year? As I have seen, this principle of long term thinking is the life of my mentor. It has challenged me to look further into my future. I know how business plan that go 20 years into the future. I spend time on a regular basis thinking about what I want my life to be like 5, 10, or 20 years from now. Then I create plans for how to get there. What would you like your life to be like 10 years from now? Think about it and start planning for it. Thinking long term requires patience, and patience is an asset in the life of millionaires. Impatient is a liability in the life of the middle class people. Middle class people want instant gratification. I was like that for many years. Whatever I want, I charge to my credit card or put a little bit down and made payment on the balance. Now I wait for the thing I want be cause my goal is more freedom, not comfort. Rich and very rich people have developed the discipline of delay gratification. Millionaires do today what others don't, so they can have tomorrow what others want. They are very poor and middle class will never be free. More and more freedom is the goal of the rich and very rich. They love to be in control of their lives. The very poor and poor and middle class have put control of their life into the hand of others, which ironically are the hand of the rich and very rich. Millionaire value freedom over comfort, and because they do, they get both. Because the middle class value comfort over freedom, they will never be free. So stretch your thinking. Now move forward to next topic is thinking long term in every area of life. I want you to be aware that this principle of thinking long term not only applies to your financial life but to every area of life. It is wise to think like long term in your relationship. When you do, you will show more respect to other and think from a win-win perspective. If you think short term in your relationship, you will become looking for what other can do for you and end up using people as a man to a end. If you are someone who always use people for your own gain, then chances are you will be a lonely person, especially in your last 10 years in your life. Millionaires develop long term relationship which also helps them with their long term financial success. They think about how they can best service their family, friends, and clients. When you reach the end of your life, it is the relationship you have developed that make you truly rich. Ask yourself on a regular basis how you can build deeper and stronger relationship with the people you love. Just as there are people who are very poor financially, there are also people who are very poor emotionally. People who can't love or be patient or kind, people who can't forgive, and people who get angry easily are very poor emotionally. Focus on becoming rich emotionally as well as financially. Becoming rich in your relationship is more than success. It is signification, it is fulfillment. Financial success without relationship fulfillment in not rewarding. Think long term in your financial life and in your emotional life. It is wise to think long term about your physical health. If you do, they you will make the time to exercise your body and eat more healthily. If you don't think long term in your health, then you will neglect exercise and eat too much junk food. Chances are you will become overweight and live with a low amount of energy. Thinking long term in your health empower you with encourage to become more successful financially. Every area of life connect and thinking long term in each area will improve every area. It is wise to think long term in your mental life. What would you like to spend your life thinking about? Is there a certain subject that inspire you? What do you enjoy giving your mental energy to? People who spend their lives thinking about things that excite and inspire them live with incredible peace of mind. People who could be considered very poor mentality are those who complain and spend their mental energy on things they dislike, like anything. Mentally poor people live with a lot of stress. Would you like to increase your peace of mind? If so, then start thinking long term in your mental life. Spend your mental energy on the subject you enjoy. Dedicate your life to the field of interest that inspire you. Find a way to make money in the areas you enjoy thinking about. This is a secret of millionaires. They do what they love to do to make money. This makes them rich mentality and financially free. Think long term in every area of your life, not just financially. Set more long term goals. Recommended. Set more long term goals. In order to move from the poor to the middle class, or from the middle class to the rich, or from the rich to the very rich, just start planning your life further into the future. Set more long term goals for your life. People overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 year and underestimate what they can accomplish in 10 years. When you have long term goals, you will find it easier to develop perseverance. All millionaires have had to preserve thought challenges in their life. In order to see your dreams fulfilled, you have to become a whatever it takes kind of person. Middle class people give up when the pressure is on, since they value comfort they don't preserve. When the going gets thought, millionaires go the second mile and the third and the fourth. They do whatever it takes to experience abundance. Since they think long term, they keep on keeping on until they achieve abundance and freedom. So start thinking about long terms. So guys, if you enjoy this podcast, make sure you have to click like button and subscribe button. We will come on next chapter very soon. Take care. Bye.